Good morning, welcome back. So today we've come back to WASDALE. Apparently I've been pronouncing WASDALE incorrectly. I've been pronouncing it as a WASDALE, but it's not that apparently, it's WASDALE. So apologies for anyone who had to listen to me do that. I do it quite often. When I was down in Wales, I got thoroughly schooled on my mispronunciation of Pen y Fan. Have I pronounced that correctly? I don't know. I hope so. Anyway, I digress. We're back in WASDALE. We're going to do leg 4 of the Lakeland 100 route. So I've done the first 3, and the next leg that we're doing is to Buttermere. Still going off the nice shiny route card that I printed off, but we're now on to leg 4, WASDALE Head to Buttermere. So there's 3 waypoints for today's run. The first waypoint I've taken from bullet point 3. The last part of bullet point 3, where it says continue on main path northeast for 1 kilometre with beck on right and an up steep stepped path to cairn and remains of metal gate at Black Sail Pass. The first waypoint is Black Sail Pass. Black Sail Pass is at 580 metres, so it's the first major ascent of this leg. And as you can see, looking out the window, the clag is down today, unfortunately. Clag's sitting down around about the 450 metre mark at the moment. So unfortunately, Black Sail Pass will probably be clagged in. But you know, it is what it is. At least it's not raining yet. Bullet point 2. Waypoint 2 I've taken from bullet point 4. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. It's basically Black Sail Youth Hostel. It's a very prominent building. It's down in the valley and it sits at 280 metres. So from Black Sail Pass down to Youth Hostel, you're dropping 300 metres. Waypoint 3 I've taken from bullet point 5, and it's to go from the last part of that, continue north on indiscriminate but cairned path for 220 metres to large cairn at summit of Scarth Gap. Scarth Gap Pass is waypoint 3, and waypoint 3 sits at around about 450 metres. So you've got to make an ascent of 170 metres to get up there. And those are the 2 main ascents throughout this run. According to the route card here, WASDALE Head is you're 19.4 miles into the run. You get up to Black Sail Pass, and without looking at the map, I'm gonna say it's give or take 2 miles to get up there, maybe just under 2 miles. So you're looking at just over 20 miles to get up to Black Sail Pass. So it's a significant ascent. It's gonna take it out of you a little bit, I should imagine. I've not done it, and obviously today, I've got beautifully fresh legs, so I'm probably going to run that. Whereas if I was doing a long distance ultramarathon, I'd be using poles and I'd be power walking up it, or just walking up it. Would there be much power involved? I don't know. Those of you who have done it, I'm sure you can let me know what that first major ascent up to Black Sail was like. Anyway, I digress, I'm rambling. And the final waypoint, waypoint 4. Oh my God, I need more coffee. So I've taken waypoint 4 from bullet point 8, and the first part of that, it says turn left on Lakeside Path. Basically, waypoint 4 is where the path that you've taken off Scarth Gap meets the Lakeside Path. So if you're reading at bullet point 6, take path to left of Summit Cairn and begin descent on very rough, rocky cairned path. It's where that path finally meets the Lakeside Path. That's waypoint 4. That path, incidentally, is rocky as hell. There's some serious step downs on it. Yeah, it's going to be cheeky. It's a technical path, I would say. But as I've said in the past, technical just means it's dodgy as hell. And you don't want to, you need to zone in massively, otherwise you're going to stoof in and smash your face in, basically. So yeah, that's going to be fun when we get to it. So that's all the waypoints for today's run. Much like the last run, I'll go through all the bullet points on the route card as and when they arise and as the run develops. So yeah, right, I'm gonna get ready and we're gonna crack on. Cool. So we're back at checkpoint 3. And if we check out the route card, bullet point 1, turn right out of checkpoint, do not cross bridge, take path with beck on left for 240 meters, then take main left fork uphill. So just up here, past the bridge and up the track there. That's what we're gonna do now. Oh, it's a bit chilly today. So I need to get running to warm up, so let's go. So perhaps I should have mentioned back in the car that today's leg on the route card is 6.9 miles. However, that should probably be around about 7, give or take. And of course, in my case, today's run will be around about 14, 15 miles because I'll be coming back. And we'll follow the same format as the last run, where I'll do all the, I can't even speak. I'll do all the vlogging this way, clockwise, the way you'll all be running it. And on my return leg, I'm just going to put the camera away and just bomb it back. Yeah. So we're just heading up to Black Sail Pass now. It's going to be a bit clagged in. It's chilly. At the moment it's not too windy, which is nice. MWIS forecast said going to be gale force winds later on today, but they haven't quite appeared just yet. Rain's going to hold off, hopefully. Fortunately, cloud base is down around about 450 meters. I had originally thought to not do, oh my God, what? I'm out of breath. I'm going to slow down. I had originally thought that I might go up Pillar today and not do another leg of the Lakeland 100, because I've found out there's a really cool way to get up Pillar. It's much like Lord's Rake. It's a climber's traverse / scramble, but I'm going to save that for a day when the weather's not like that. As you can see, the Clagaroony is well and truly sitting down, and I do not believe there'll be a juicy cloud inversion up there. Just going to be clag. So as you can see, we're going to follow the wall. Well, no, we're not. We're going to follow the path, and then up to the right there is Black Sail Pass. We're going to pop over there. Let's crack on. Oh my word, it's got a bit windy up here, so I'm not entirely sure how well you're going to hear me, but here we are, waypoint 1. Oh my word, that wind is quite blowy. We'll have a quick look at the route card. Where are we? Bullet point 3. Last part of that, continue on main path northeast for 1 kilometre with beck on right and up steep step path to Cairns and remains of metal gate at Black Sail Pass. So there's the metal gate. Right, I'm going to get off here now because it's a bit windy and a bit chilly. So we're just going to drop off here and do a little time appreciation of how long that took me. So according to my Garmin, that's taken me just under an hour. That's taken me just under an hour. I'm fresh, so I pretty much jogged slash ran slash fast walked up there. I didn't use any poles, and I was vlogging. So I would say, so from checkpoint 3 to the top of, well, to Black Sail Pass, in under an hour. I reckon you're looking at around about an hour and 20 minutes probably to do that, having already just done 19.3 miles to get to checkpoint 3. So yeah, checkpoint 3 to Black Sail Pass, roughly an hour and 20 minutes. That's a rough estimate. Those of you who have done it, who would have more of an idea, do let me know. Right, let's crack on. Waypoint 2, which is Black Sail Youth Hostel. Those gale force winds I mentioned earlier, they've turned up. So here we are, Black Sail Youth Hostel. That gale force wind I mentioned earlier has really picked up. Should be quite interesting getting back. So where are we off to next? We're heading off up to Scarth Gap, waypoint 3. Here we are. Okay, right. So bullet point 5, 300 metres past Youth Hostel and just before gate, turn right uphill for 230 metres on path with fence on left. At fence end, straight on to Cross Beck. Continue north on indistinct but cairned path for 220 metres to large cairn at summit of Scarth Gap, just after remains of Metal Gate. So we're going to bomb up there, which is just up there. Hopefully it won't take too long. Drop down and get into Buttermere. Let's have a look at, let's do a time appreciation. So I've been going for 1 hour and 30 minutes now, and I'm at Black Sail Youth Hostel. There you go. 1 hour 29 minutes, 3.37 miles. So we're going to bomb it off up to Scarth Gap now. So yeah, 1.5 hours to get to this youth hostel. I reckon that's probably around about the same sort of time if you're doing this for real. I have been stopping, but then I have been running at times when I certainly wouldn't be running if I had another 75 miles to go, 80 miles to go. Yeah, so maybe that's making up for it. Right, let's get going. So here we are. This is what I've got down as waypoint 4. I had to think then, waypoint 4. See where the track off Scarth Gap Pass meets Buttermere Lake path, which is here. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, that was a pretty gnarly path off the top there. Really rocky, some pretty big step downs. And yeah, you've got to get in your flow state to come down there massively, which I kept interrupting, of course, because I was vlogging a bit. So, but hey, awesome path, massively different running on fresh legs like I have. I bombed it down, tuned in, zoned out, and just went for it. Of course, I stopped occasionally, as you saw, with some of those clips. Right, okay, that was waypoint 4. I keep having to think about that for some reason. We're going to bomb it to the end of Buttermere Lake now, into Buttermere, where checkpoint 4 is. All right, let's go. So here we are, approaching checkpoint 4. Let's have a quick look at let's get this right. Quick look at the route card. Bullet point 9, at wall, turn left through gates and right past Buttermere Court, formerly Fish Inn, which you just saw there, and Bridge Hotel to T Junction, which is Bridge Hotel and T Junction. Checkpoint 4 at Buttermere Village Hall is directly opposite. So I'm guessing that this building here is the Village Hall. Also Buttermere Old School by the looks of it. That wasn't as cheeky as I initially thought it was going to be. I thought those 2 passes would be, I've done them before, but for some reason in my head I thought they were going to be pretty hardcore. But of course I'm on fresh legs and I've had a good night's sleep, had a nice big bowl of porridge this morning. So I'm fresh, and so I chose to run over those, but it's a good crack. Let's see what Garmin's telling me now. So Garmin is saying that took me 2 hours 44 minutes, and we're at 7.3 miles. 2 hours 44. How much of that I spent vlogging? I don't know, 20 minutes maybe, but then I was running a lot of it. So if you were doing it on race day, I reckon that would take you about maybe 3 hours, somewhere between 2.5 to 3 hours maybe. And that's if you're bombing it. That's if you're like me. I mean, I'm like a tractor. I'm not a racing car. I'm a tractor. I plod. I just plod along. You feed me, you stuff me full of half-decent food, and I just keep going. So I reckon if I was doing that for real, that would probably take me about 2.5 to 3 hours maybe a bit longer. Right, okay, well, I'm gonna go and find a coffee, and then I'm gonna head back. Let me go find a coffee and then we'll finish this run off. Right, let's go. So that's today's run done. Got myself a coffee and a filthy bit of chocolate cake. I'm gonna eat those and I'm gonna head back. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little run that we've done today. WASDALE over to Buttermere. It was 6.9 miles. Garmin says 7 point something or other. So once I finish this coffee, had this cake, I'm going to turn around and head back. I'm not going to vlog on the way back. I'm just going to bomb it, see if I can get back in under 2 hours. That would be quite cheeky. But yeah, let's have a look at the next leg. Next leg is Buttermere to Braithwaite, which is 6.5 miles. I should get that done next week. If the weather is good, I do want to go up Pillar. There's a really good route up there which I want to go and explore. So if the weather's good, the next video might be of that run. But if you are liking these videos, by all means do press that button down there on the right hand side of the screen, subscribe to the channel and get the next video when it comes out. Cool. Anyway, I'm gonna drink this coffee and eat this cake, and until the next video.